Inflation is a key macroeconomics concept that will have powerful impact on your finances throughout your entire lifetime. Gaining a basic understanding of inflation is critical so you can plan your future budget needs and investment goals. In this lesson, we will first define inflation and then share with you how knowing the inflation principle can help you work towards financial security and reaching your desired standard of living. Inflation refers to broad, sustained increases in prices. Simply put, it means too much money trying to acquire too few goods and services. This drives up or inflates prices. The opposite of inflation is deflation. A reduction or deflation in price occurs when there is too little money compared to a high demand for goods and services. Most of the items on your personal budget are affected by inflation. The prices of food, insurance, utilities, clothing, education, toiletries, rent, and most other goods and services have gone up over time. Consider this. Back in the 1970s, a gallon of gas cost around 50 cents, and a new home was about $50,000. Think about the prices of gas and homes now. That will give you a good idea of the power of inflation. Inflation rates vary over time. In the early 1980s, inflation was above 10%, while in 2015, the inflation rate was close to zero. According to the Bureau of Labor Statistics, inflation rates have averaged about 3% since 1913. At 3% inflation, $100 worth of goods this year will cost you $103 next year, and it will cost you $106 to purchase the same items you bought 2 years ago. Many people do not factor in inflation when planning their budgets, and that's a mistake that causes them problems. Continuing with the 3% inflation example, a person with $4,000 in living expenses now would have over $5,000 in living expenses in just 10 years. In 20 years, they would need to spend almost $7,000 to buy the same amount of goods they can buy now for $4,000. So, in order to maintain the same standard of living you experience today, your income must rise at the pace of inflation. When preparing your long-term budget and retirement plan, it's important to consider the impact inflation will have on your income needs. Right now, think about how you would like to live in the future. What would you like your standard of living to be? Then start on the activities below. The lessons will help you prepare for inflation and plan for a secure future.